John Madden, football. Hey you, throwback to the real internet homies who know what's up. Welcome back to another video game review here on Mummified Games. I'm Tony, and today we're going to be talking about the game MewnBase. In this game, you are a cat astronaut. What's the deal with all the cat stuff I've been getting into lately? Oh, wait, that's all stuff I haven't put out yet. Never mind. Keep an eye out for me talking about more cats in the future. Anyway, this game starts when you crash land on this planet. It's your typical survival base building game, where you have a list of items you can craft and build. Starting off with a basic shovel and going around collecting ice, rocks, metal scrap, iron ore, trees, plants, seed, timber, a whole host of random items, all with their own part to play in this game. As I said, you are a space exploring cat who is stuck on this planet. You have 4 things you need to keep an eye on while playing this game. First being your oxygen levels. If you run out of air, you will quickly start losing life and die. You need to head back to the base once or twice a day to make sure you are topped off. There are your personal power levels that drain when you're using your flashlight and recharges over time, like with every other game with a flashlight. Then there's your hunger that slowly drops over time. Oh my god, why am I always doing these reviews at lunchtime? Alright, I'm gonna power through this though. As any regular video game player knows, this is going to slowly lower over time, and you need to craft more food to replenish your hunger. The last thing you need to monitor is your health. There are some enemies in this game, and you might run into them here or there, but chances are that you can take them out with 1 or 2 hits of your shovel. And then you'll heal that missing health the next time you eat. So it's honestly no stress, unless you're running low on O2. Basic survival stuff. Real bog standard survival game so far. The game has a base building part of it as well. Honestly, that's one of the best parts of this game. Well, best to interact with and push towards. Space base. Okay, let's run down the basics. There is an entry port you can build. It's a door. Click it and it lets you in. Its main goal is to keep the air in the base. Regular rooms. They're empty rooms with nothing in them. Extra room attached to the base adds a little bit more space to fill with air. So when you get back to fill up on air, you can eventually build a base large enough that you can fill all the way up and still have some left over. Then you can turn one of those basic rooms into a couple of different things. The most important would be the air generator. As long as it has power, it will constantly create more air. Storage. Great thing to build because you can hold on your person only 12 different items, and there are way more than 12 items you can collect while out in the field. So obviously, this is a good place to stash your extra things. After that, there are some things that you can unlock and change in your base. Things such as interior gardens and science labs. A bunch of different things that will help you build the tools you need to go further in the game. There are also a bunch of construction, building, workbench things you can build that allow you to craft different items and tools that can be used as components of other things and such. You have your basic workbench. It does 90% of the stuff in the game that isn't relegated to special locations. There's the assembly thing. This makes steel sheets and I-beams. The construction building, where it lets you manufacture other building things, such as extra rooms and specialty things that can go into the rooms, as I said earlier. Storage, science labs, and such. Your base generates power in a few different ways. The game starts you off with a solar panel that will generate power while the sun is up, but do note that it does dip in inclement weather. The game also presents you other passive power generators that don't need as much input from you, wind turbines and radioactive options. But you can also build right off the bat biogenerators. These provide power at the cost of feeding it things found in the game. Natural occurring things such as seeds and wood. After some tech upgrades, you can unlock batteries that can be used to store excess power that isn't being used and save it for later. That's in case your base isn't generating anything at night. I mentioned a few times that there are some tech unlocks. You might be thinking, how does one unlock these things? Well, since you're crash landed on this planet and have no idea what's going on, you might find some strange artifacts that have been here for a while. These things can be scanned at the base, and when done, they give out 5 points of research. Everything in the game unlocks in multiples of 5, so I don't know why they just didn't use ones instead. So you're wandering all over this world and you're trying to hunt down these artifacts while also trying to build bigger and better things to help you track and search further, digging up rocks. breaking down boulders, collecting weird glowing trees and turning them into batteries. You know, space stuff. And it's honestly a fun experience. The game is nice and easy to get into without it feeling as though it's some sort of baby game. It gives you a simple and clear instructions on what to do and lets you figure things out on your own. But it's challenging without being controller snapping hard. Getting your base started and establishing everything you need is a challenging task at first, but slowly you start realizing what you need to prioritize and moving past the challenges from the start. Moving on to trying to do other things and learning to play the dance of run out, gather things, come back, build more things if you can, wait out the night. It doesn't really make sense to gather things at night since you can't see anything, and then head out the next morning doing it all over again. I wanted to start building batteries. Well, I need cores to build them, and they need water, and that comes from ice. Better go out and find all the ice I can. It also needs the blue glowy things. Better add that to the list. Batteries also need wires, and they're made from sheets of metal that need iron. Anything else I need while I'm out? Butter? Eggs? I don't want to forget anything. It's all about having your main goal, and then everything else that's on the side that also feeds into the main objective of finding more artifacts. So I have a little bit more time to talk about other things I liked about this game. There's a point where you unlock your batteries. They can be charged with the solar panels during the day, and you need to build about 3 panels to fill the battery all the way during the day, and then have it last all night powering the air generator. But then there are other buildings that need to be powered as well. So eventually you're just adding on more and more batteries with 3 solar panels each. This game scratches the super OCD side of me that loves organizing bases and making things in games as neat and tidy as possible. I should have recorded what some of my bases look like from the times I played this game while away. I didn't, so all y'all have is me building while I was playing the tutorial. A lot of the mid game is trying to see how far you can go out from the base before you need to come back for more air. It came to a point where I realized that I could make a whack ton of cable and make a pit stop location at a full tank of air's travel distance. So imagine you have a car that goes 300 miles on a tank of gas and having a gas station exactly 290 miles from your home, stopping to top up on air, and then heading out into the world and collecting from there. I started making a perimeter of lights around the base. I don't know if that did anything, but I like to think that it is. Keeping the dark away by lighting my perimeter and keeping big bad monsters away. I never saw anything, but it's still funny to think. The only thing I've seen in this game so far are these small crab things, and that's it. There's nothing out there. Or is there? I had a lot of fun playing this game, and it's a great experience. I loved every part of this game. The survival is challenging, the base building is diverse without being overwhelming, and the exploration is simple enough that you can make a plan before leaving and stick to it without much worry of something coming up and messing up your plan. I for sure recommend this game to anyone, especially at $6 on itch.io. What do you think of the game? Who else has played this game? What was your favorite parts or something that you didn't like about it? Is there another game part of this bundle that you think I should try? Let me know. In the meantime, I'm off to go plan my orbital re-entry and not to burn up as I come back down. You all can do the YouTube dance. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. This has been Mummified Games. I'm Tony. And remember, friends, keep digging. We'll make it out sometime. See you in the next one.